Hello, and it's a warm welcome back from CS38 Racing, and in today's episode of Ride 5, we're taking the GSXR around 3 circuits, one in America, one in Japan, and one in Britain, and we'll be taking the bikes to iconic circuits, challenging tracks. So if that's your kind of cup of tea, so to speak, watch this episode, make sure to like and subscribe, and check out the other videos on the channel. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so we are first starting off this episode with a head-to-head against Elena with the KTM 1190 RC8. Quite a sweet looking bike, and we're going to be going around the track of Mugello. If you haven't checked out our video recently from MotoGP in Mugello, I'll link that one in the description. Go check that out as well. So this is what's going to lead into our championship of 1000cc sport bikes. Not too sure how the KTM handles. Let's jump down into Mugello and see if we can put in a good time here. Obviously everything's on stock settings, so we'll have to be careful. So we're down here on the grid, we're revving the engines, it's just us versus Elena, and here we go. We're off. We've got the better start here. We're going to try and pull over to the premium position on track, the best spot to be on track. Coming into turn 1, Elena has taken a lot better line there and has managed to pull the bike up quite steady. Looks like we have a challenge on our hands here. We have gone well and truly wide into the Luco corner. And she's pulling away from us here out of Poggio Secco. Trying to ease our way into turn 4. Elena was taking quite a good chunk out of track limits there, but doesn't seem to pick up any penalty. At this stage we are almost 8/10 off. We'll run close to the line there. We do close a little bit on braking. Looking to hold the line, being careful of that inside curb. We know that it can cause you to go down if you're not careful. Just struggling to get the bike to pull up exactly where we need it to pull up and to hit the apex, and because it's all on stock settings, we don't have the ability to change it, so this is quite a challenge because I think the base settings in Ride 5 don't feel as intuitive, to me at least, as they should when you play other games like MotoGP. But everyone's different, so for you might find it comfortable. For me, I don't. I like to have a bit more feeling from the bike, and as you can see, we're losing ground here. We're 1.1 off, and this is only on the first lap. So as we come into the corners, we just got a whole heap of understeer. There's just nothing happening. The bike, as soon as you apply the brake, is just going straight forward and making a beeline for the nearest exit into the gravel trap. So we're 1.3 seconds off. So this is going to be a bit of a different race than I was anticipating. But let's see if we try and get used to the bike or try and change our style so that we can outride what's happening with the bike, or at least work around it. See if we can close in at all. So the rear's still quite twitchy. We're not really getting exactly... There we go. The rear wants to step out. I've never fully been comfortable with exactly where the gear changes need to be on these KTM bikes in Ride 5 particularly. In GP they're all pretty much the same. There's not that much difference, and in GP you tend to be quick shifting to ensure that you're getting enough drive and trying to reduce the amount of wheelie that you get out of the corners. But Elena's still pulling away. She's at 1.5 seconds, well really 1.8 before we came into the corner. And she's absolutely flying, so we're on for being completely obliterated here, considering how everything is going. We're out wide, well and truly wide there, out onto the green paint, which would normally indicate a time penalty, but I think we lost enough time that there was no advantage gained. Easing through BND1 and BND2. We are 5 seconds up on our previous time. Not much to consider the fact that we are almost 2 seconds behind Elena now, and we are out onto the green again. Really struggling to get this bike turned and handled, really. The player ahead of us has managed to get that balance a lot better. As you can see, she's 2.2 seconds ahead at this stage. This is just an absolute thrashing. Coming into turn 1 for the last time of asking. Making sure to hit the apex as best as we can. Putting on the power. Flick the change of the weight into Luco corner. Change of the weight again to the right hand side for Poggio Secco. Just kissing the curb there to ensure that we're not losing any drive. Now we're 4/10 up on our previous time. Whoa, Elena's gone down there. That's going to gift us the first place. Rather sheepishly taking over first place here. But you do have to stay upright to ensure that you actually can cross the line. Now the big question is, considering the big difference in pace between ourselves and Elena, is she going to be able to catch up and pass us? Because now this has become a defensive ride more than anything. Whereas before we were pushing to ensure that we were closing the gap. Now we're a bit wide here. That's not too good. But now we're pushing in a different sense, ensuring that we're maintaining the pressure that's coming from behind us on track. Elena is 1.3 seconds at this stage behind us. I feel relatively confident to be on Daddy 1 and be on Daddy 2. We are 5/10 up on our previous lap time, so we are improving as we're getting more used to the bike here on lap 3. Coming into the final corner, the Bacchini corner, where one second is all the difference is between us and Elena, which in race terms is quite a lot, but the gap will come down to with under a second, I believe, by the time we get to the finish line.
This challenge, but was defeated.
Either way, we've managed to cross the finish line in first.
She considers you a worthy rival.
So there we go. Elena had the fastest lap of a 1:55.216. We were not too far off that on our last lap, but it still wasn't anything impressive. But hey, we crossed the line first. That's all that matters. We get a KTM bike out of this one. Okay, now that that's rounded off and completed, we are looking to jump down into the 1000 Bends International Championship. We're going to Sugio, UMC and Cadwell Park. UMC I'm not looking too forward to, but Sugio could be okay. Could be okay here. If we get the best points that we can get, we'll win a YZF-R1. We're going to jump down onto the track with the Suzuki, see how it goes, the GSXR from 2014. So we are down here in qualifying. Sugio is a little bit of a tricky track to get. The Suzuki at this stage isn't feeling as nimble as I would like it to feel. We've got a little bit of the wobbles coming to the corner. The competitor's gone very wide there. We were wide ourselves. So this is a bit of an interesting track. It feels very narrow for a 1000cc bike, so I'd almost say that this is a bit more of a 600 track than anything. But it is very fun once you get yourself completely locked into the track. Not like that. That is not locked in or dialed into the circuit at all. So this comes into the heavy braking turn 9, the horseback corner. Then you put the accelerator back on, and now you're really trying to hold mid-corner speed here. We're a bit wide as we come into these left-handers of turn 10 and turn 11. Out of turn 11, flicking into now the long turn 12, the 110R corner. We keep continuing, keeping on the accelerator in third gear here. Want to watch out, the track does come quite quickly to an end there when you're going that fast and back across the line. So that completes a lap of Sugio. So now we need to, there we go, we lost the front. Very easy to do that when you're trying to gain time on the brakes. which is where I tend to gain time in Ride 5 is primarily on the brakes. So having a bike that has a very comfortable front end is key for me being able to ensure that I have the feeling I need to go quickly. Ooh, out on the grass there, that compromises our braking. We just have to sit it up and hope that we can go again the next lap around with a better rhythm. Down again into the horseback corner. We've come in way too hot there. Way too hot. That's lost a lot of time. This time through we're a lot better, 7/10 up in the first sector. And our best time, we've managed to stay clear of the track limits there. We've got a better flow through the midsection of the track. A little bit squirmy on exit, coming down the back straight now into the horseback corner. Heavy on the brakes, we're 8/10 up, but we're still too hot into horseback corner. And we take a bit of a tumble. So now that's another lap gone. Considering with 4 minutes to go, we don't have too many more mistakes that we can make considering the time. Okay, so we just went into the pits there to check if there was any settings that we needed to change, but everything was looking as good as it can be. It was just not handling as well as it should. So this means I have to adjust to the bike. So we've got 3 minutes to go. We need to try and put in a time. We're currently sitting in 15th. We need to be in a better position than this, and hopefully we can do that through these next few laps. Again, we just mess up that horseback corner. We were 5/10 up in that sector, so we were looking for an improvement, but we just need to find the right braking marker into the horseback curve. Okay, we're on to our last lap now. This looks like our last chance to ensure that we can set a good lap. We're currently sitting in 16th, so we do need a good lap. Trying to stay as smooth as possible on the accelerator through the corners to maintain the mid-corner speed that we need on the Suzuki here. Easing our way through these tight corners, making sure we're off we're down on our best time here, so that's not what we're needing. Hopefully we can make it up into these next few sectors. Trying not to get on the power too soon because we don't want the rear to step out on us. Still got a cold front tyre, and we're on the stock tyres here. So the cut slicks, so to speak, the road tyres. We're up. Can we make it into the horseback corner? Finally, we've made it possible to get around that horseback corner, so that should save us a lot of time. Now we've just got to concentrate on keeping that momentum going through the final sector into the long 110R corner. 4 tenths up coming into that final split. Now easing through here, just making sure that we're maintaining the corner speed. We did have a little bit of a wobble which sat us up. 2 seconds on the clock. Can we increase our time here? And not too sure. We've managed to round this one out in, let's see, 14th. Okay. Okay, it's race time. Let's see what we can do here at the Suzuki track. We're off the line. It's not a bad start. It's not bad. On the inside here of another Suzuki, being very careful. We don't want to drop it this early in the race. Very careful on the curbs there, making sure. Ooh, had a bit of a collision there with Kawasaki. Easing our way in. This is only lap 1 of 5. We do get a lot more stable exit before entering the small chicane there than a lot of the other riders. Okay, so the Yamaha got around us on the outside there. Had twitch coming on the exit. That's going to cause us to lose a lot of drive down this back straight into the horseback corner. Easing on the brakes there. We don't want to run wide like we did so frequently in qualifying. Now we're trying to take it as smoothly as we possibly can. Easing our way out, we're just on the grass there. Again, we're going to lose some drive down the main straight here. See if we can gain any time on the brakes into turn 1. We are gaining a lot of time on the brakes into turn 1, but we do have to be careful considering that we did drop the front once in qualifying as well. So we don't want to outbrake ourselves and force ourselves into an unforced error. Okay, so now we're back into 7th place. Gaining on 6th here. Very much looking to maximize the track space that we have. Down into horseback corner, braking again, just making sure that we do get into a position where we're not running wide. But at the moment, our pace seems to indicate that we're going to sit in about 7th. Don't know if we're going to be able to catch the group ahead of us, but we definitely need to defend from the rider in 8th behind us. We're wide on the 110R corner, but thankfully there was a little bit of tarmac there, so we haven't had to worry about that too much. hitting a max speed of 270 there before braking heavy into turn 1. We're a little bit wide, unsettled on the curbs. That puts another Suzuki rider there, the rider in green ahead of us. We're looking to get back on the inside. Easing our way through, but we are wide. That's going to let the rider back through. He's got the inside line. We're looking to hold around the outside to flick back on the inside out of the chicane. Holding the exit speed now. Easing our way into these corners. Fluid through turn 7, the rainbow corner. Back on the power down the back straight. We've hit a top speed of 270 there as well. Braking heavy into the horseback corner. Looks like the 6th, 5th and 4th place riders have got themselves in a close battle there. Will be interesting to see who comes out on top for those. Hopefully we can get closer and capitalize on any mistakes that they do make. Whoa. There we go. Lian was through on us there. He really made a good pass through. Let's see if we can get some better top speed down the straight and overtake again into turn 1. Get a little bit of the slipstream, brake later, braking later again, ensuring that we can still just make it around the corner. We are wide onto the curbs, but can we defend into turn 2? Ironically called the 2nd corner. And also 3rd corner, so these corners obviously don't have names yet. Heavy on the brakes into the hairpin curve. Still got a stronger exit. And a good change of direction. Look at that, we've come up to the back of the MV Augusta here, looking to make a turn on a high point corner. We do make the overtake, but braves it around the outside there from Jackson. That causes us to have to pull out of the challenge, but we've got better drive down the back straight. Now heavy braking into horseback corner. Brake, and we're a touch wide there. It's going to compromise our exit, but hopefully we can hold a defensive line into turn 10, the SP in, followed by SP out. Trying to maintain as much mid-corner speed as we can and ensure that we keep the bike as flowing and smooth as possible coming onto the back straight. Back through on the home straight now. Going through the gears. We have gone as fast as we've gone so far with a 1:27.8. We're a little bit wide and we've made a mistake there that caused the bike to get unsettled and we are down. We're now back down in 15th position here. Make that 16th, but we're going to take back 15th place. And we're looking to get through on the South African here. He has sat up, so we've been able to get through. So he could get quite impatient here, so we've just got to stay calm. Forced our way through there on the Suzuki. Oh, big spin up on the rear. We're lucky not to go down there. Got a really hot front tyre and a quite warm rear tyre, absolutely hammering the brakes into the horseback corner, trying to get any form of acceleration we can out of the corner to give us any advantage here, considering that we did lose out quite badly with that mistake into turn 1 and entry into turn 2. Coming into the 110R corner. Trying to get into the slipstream of these bikes here to see if we can get anything. Here we go, we have got a better run. We're gonna get past them just on the last lap to the line. So 11th place there for us. Not too bad, but it could have been at least a 7th or better. So now that takes us down to UMC doing the East course, which might be a little bit of a challenge. Let's see how it goes in qualifying. Okay, so now we've stuffed up that lap. It is into our final lap here. Let's see if we can gain any advantage at all. taking a lot stronger line now. Easing our way through turn 3 and then switch into turn 4. It's all about maintaining as smooth a line as possible. That was not as smooth as we would like it to be. Trying to ease our way through, trying to stay smooth on the accelerator and ensuring that we don't throw ourselves offline at all. Just trying to take a wider line to get the switch back to be better and get a better run. Easing into turn 9, turn 10 and turn 11. Right on the back of the rider there, kind of sat on the line. We're 2 tenths up, so this is a lot of work for just 2 tenths. Okay, braking heavily into turn 14. Running a little bit wider than we usually would. And easing our way through into turn 15. Flicking it left into turn 16 for release. Let's see if we can pick up any time here at all. And we managed to... Let's see. Whoa, we run off track there on the autopilot. We come to 17th, so it is a small improvement nonetheless. Okay, so we're down here on the grid. We're looking to get into the top 10 here and reclaim a little bit of consistency. Gonna try and dodge the Kawasaki, who got a little bit balked on the start. We're trying to ease our way into turn 1. It's quite a tough corner with all the bikes jostling for position here. Whoa, it looks like there's quite a big battle going on with the riders ahead. Ooh, trying to take it as easy as possible. We've got a good run there, but can we hold the momentum that we've got so far from this start of the race? The AI is able to use the insides of the track a lot better. A lot of the times they are skipping onto track limits. Got a pretty good run through there. Oh, we got clipped from the rear there. Looking for a move on the inside, but we can't. They've blocked that inside line. So we had to jam on the brakes and sit ourselves up. Can we look for a move around the outside of the RSV Aprilia? Oh, no, we've made a little bit of contact there, but we have got a better run out of the corner. Puts us up into 10th for the first lap. They're really abusing those track limits. Whoa, the rear steps out there. That's definitely lost us a little bit of drive, but we're hopefully going to make it back in this change of direction. We're looking to make a move on the Yamaha here. We've run a bit deep, so that's going to compromise our exit. Let's see if we can switch back and get a better, more acceleration on this exit, but we're a bit wide. Running into the braking areas now. So we've got better through those change of direction corners, the flicks back and forth. But we're still not really gaining any time here on the competitors ahead of us. Easing into Clubhouse corner. Trying to make a move here on the inside of the Yamaha, but the Yamaha's got the better line coming into release. Can we undercut here? Can we get a good run? No, we were just a little bit too late with the undercut. But we've got some good speed into turn 1. Let's see if we can hold. We've had to move across there because the AI were just going to come hurtling through. In the process of that, we have picked up a penalty. But we're going to make a move on the inside there of the Yamaha man. Through into 9th place with 2 laps remaining. Ooh, big twitch on the rear. Again, it's just losing traction as we either come off the brake or come onto the accelerator. Oh, the Yamaha of the rider here has come back through on us. What a beautiful move through that section. I can't be too disappointed with that. That was a very brave move. We're looking for a move around the outside. They're definitely abusing those track limits. There's not a huge amount we can do about that. We've just got to sort of settle ourselves back into a rhythm and see if we can take back P9. Have outbraked ourselves a little bit into clubhouse corner there. Again, just tapping the rear of Rolando. Still trying to take that undercut line, but it's not managing to work out for us here. The Yamaha's got some good acceleration out of the corner. We've got better top speed. He's braked really early there, so we had to try and sit up and get out of the way. So we're still in an intense battle. Now we've gone through. That's a big shake from the head shake from the Suzuki ahead of us there. That puts us up into 8th with a lap and a bit remaining. So we could be in a good position here for being able to challenge. Was having a really rough battle here with the Suzuki. Looking to ease our way around here. Let's see if we can get better drive. Whoa, the Yamaha man has come back on the inside there. It's got really good corner speed. It's just in these change of directions, we're not getting the same drive out of the corner as our fellow competitors. That Suzuki is really loose on the front end there. Now we're coming into clubhouse corner. Let's see if we can get a good run through here. See if we can line ourselves up for the undercut for position 8. We're wide. We're well and truly wide there. I was half expecting the R1 to come back through. We've run well and truly wide in the last corner. It's going to lose us a lot of time here. Oh, we're deep. But we still managed to hold P9. Weren't as strong through this sector this time around. Still just looking to catch up to the Suzuki ahead of us. Maintaining as much corner speed as we can, making sure that we keep a high mid-corner speed. This is looking stronger than I was expecting at this stage. We had a bit of the rear step out there. On the brake seems to be where we're making time, but in this change of direction, look at how much ground our competitors make on us there. Oh, loose across the curbs. We are gaining a little bit of time here on the Suzuki in front of us. We're going to have to risk it all to try and make a move here. We're going to try and take a tighter line, see if we can undercut. On the curbs, might lose us a little bit of stability, but we're looking for the undercut. We are able to get the undercut on the Suzuki there. Incredibly, coming across a line in P8. What a good one there from us. Okay, so now we're heading down to Cadwell Park. Tricky little track, very fun track considering it's very undulating. So let's jump down into qualifying and check out our best lap that we were able to do. Okay, so we've come in on just before the start of our best lap. We're also going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to do this lap with an onboard as well as the normal view here. So we come into turn 1, very tricky turn 1, as we look to keep as much speed in the corners here. So everything's about the management on the throttle and the brake, and it's a very narrow track as well. So very easy to miss your braking markers and to miss your lines. And if you do miss your lines, it's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you a lot of time. So with that being said, we're looking to just maintain as smooth as possible the acceleration through these sectors, braking here to make sure that we get the best line that we can coming down the hill into this sort of almost hairpin like corner. We're a bit deep on the brakes. We get out on the rear there. We had a massive power slide. Luckily we didn't go down. Braking heavily, and this is a tricky sector on these 1,000 bikes. Then you got to flick right, and then this is a real amazing bit. Just losing the bike there, even being able to jump in some aspects. This very tight sector, we've run a little bit off track there. Easing our way through the corner. That was a bit deep, but we can still see if we can try and recover it. And we come back down the main straight, and that manages to put us in 5th place overall. Not bad at all. Okay, it's race time. Let's see what we can do. This is the best position we're starting from so far in this round. We've got a good jump here. We've got better acceleration than the bikes ahead of us, but the Yamaha did pull across the track, so we've made it a little bit hard for us to get the optimal line. But now we're here. We're definitely on the back of the MV Augusta, keeping ourselves in a really good position here just to monitor our pace. Got better drive. We're going to make a move around the outside, trying to close the apex, but we wanted to leave some room there, so Alex gets back through. This change of direction, we could make up some time. Made up a little bit, but it's under the braking that we're making our biggest gain. And on that acceleration, we had a better acceleration than the MV there. Now it's difficult into turn 9, flicking into the mountain corner. Whoa, we just had a lot of unstableness coming out of the corner, and that caused us to go wide. We're into the hairpin corner of turn 15. Alex has got a good run through here into the barn corner. Power down the straight here. Looking to bring ourselves into the tumultuous turn 1, followed by turn 2. And the Charlie's corner there. So Alex is making a bit of a run for it here. He's bolting. Make up a bit more time on the brakes. We're still losing on that acceleration. Alex took a much more preferred line through there. Okay, it's this change of direction that gives us an ability to make up a little bit of time. We know that we're strong on the brakes and acceleration here, so we've just got to make sure that we play this smart. Looking to get our way through here. Careful to touch the curbs. We don't want to lose any time or cause a crash. It's this section that can be difficult. Oh, late into the hairpin corner. Deep, deep, very deep into barn. We're still losing quite a bit of time to Alex overall on the lap. Oh, massive moment there. Coming out of turn 1 into turn 2. Very lucky not to go down. Very late on the brakes now. We've made a mistake. We've run wide. Let's ease ourselves back onto the track. It's a very narrow track. So now we're in the position where we're going to have to push to get back to second place. Able to get back third. Now we've got to see, are we in a position that we've gone down again, pushing way too hard on the front. So this is quite a disastrous lap 3. Oh, having a really good battle here with the Kawasaki. Able to make a move before the hairpin, but we're too hot into the hairpin and clipped back of the Yamaha rider ahead of us. Deep through barn corner. Oh, getting rammed from behind there. Making sure that we hold a good pace through the first sector so that we don't lose any more time, but we're just out on the edge of the track there, so we're going to lose a little bit of acceleration, a little bit of speed. Braking heavily into turn 4, the park corner, but we do manage to hit the apex there. Forcing our way through on the Yamaha rider. Into this change of direction. Definitely make up ground in that change of direction. We're making sure we don't want to lose the front into this corner. Smooth through this sector, making up a bit more time now. Now, let's see if we can catch up to the riders ahead of us here. We've only got one lap left to do it, so it's a big ask. Heavy on the brakes into turn 4. Looking to make it through on our fellow Suzuki rider. Hang on around the outside. Very brave move there. Let's aim to get that change of direction nailed. Let's get it spot on and see if we can attack into the braking zone. We're going for it, but the door closes. Can we get anything on acceleration? Very good defensive riding there. We get anything in this change of direction? Oh, we have a big step out of the rear. Looking to make a move. We're too deep. Too deep. Now we're looking to defend ourselves against the Yamaha there. And we rounded out in 8th position. Okay, so that rounds us out overall in the championship in 7th. Not the greatest. I thought the Suzuki might be a little bit stronger than it was. But hey, some things happen that way. Alright guys, if you've enjoyed this one, give it a big thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because next time we're going for the 1000cc sports bike challenge. So this round we've done alright with the head-to-head as well as a small championship. This time we'll be heading down to Nürburgring, Cadwell Park and Virginia Raceway, all on 1000cc's, which should open the way up to the naked 1000 bikes races and put us further into the racing championships of the 1000cc's, which we're all here for. So if you have liked this one, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and let us know in the comments what you enjoyed about this episode, and don't be afraid to go check out any of the other videos here on the channel. Alright guys, this rounds it out for this one. Stay safe, have fun, see you on the next one, bye for now.